Good evening, everybody. Welcome to SHN broadcast of Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Live here tonight at Georgetown High School at Eagle Field. The Georgetown Eagles take on the Liberty Hill Panthers. And what really comes down to a must-win for your Georgetown Eagles. They have two district ball games remaining today here against Liberty Hill, and then Friday night on the road at Cedar Park. One of those two games are must-wins to make the playoffs. Barring anything out of Leander, if they win out, we've got to win one of the two. And so a big game here tonight at home. More importantly, it's senior night, so we're ready to go at any moment's notice. As soon as Liberty Hill finishes their in and out, we will go to senior night to the PA announcer and bring you the varsity seniors here for Georgetown Eagle Baseball. But before we do it, let's go ahead and knock out Liberty Hill's starting lineup. Head coach. Got it somewhere written down right here. For Liberty Hill, the head coach is Steve Hutcherson. Assistant coach Kyle Boucher. They are 21-5 on the year, 9-3 in district play, tied amongst the top three positions in district at 9-3 with Cedar Park and Rouse. Their starting lineup: left field, number 12, Logan Dyer. Batting second and catching, number 28, Carson Riley. Batting third, playing first base, number 24, Cash Durkin. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 10, Cade Neuenschwander. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 8, Colby DeMars. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 11, Trent Eller. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 2, Garrett Neely. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 7, Jack Stavanoa. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 6, Gavin Voth. The starting pitcher for the Liberty Hill Panthers is number 27, Blaze Milam. Milam on the mound. So for the Liberty Hill Panthers, the top third, Dyer, Riley, and Durkin. The middle third, Neuenschwander, DeMars, and Eller. The bottom third, Neely, Stavanoa, and Voth. Your Georgetown Eagle team, the head coach, Jordan Vieira, in his third year as the head coach, 7th year on staff. He is an alumnus of Georgetown High School. He runs the show here at Georgetown High School. His assistant coach on varsity, Chad Payne. And other baseball assistants, David Durrell, Robert Hom, and Barry Johnson. And none other than the coach, manager, heart of Georgetown baseball is Jared Frimmel. Also on the staff, or on the put it what you want, the scorecard for this team is all of those that help out here on this team. Stat girl, Grace King. Carter Campbell. Dylan Jones. Athletic trainer is Macy Denson. And Alyssa Stock. All those that help make this program go each and every day. Their support. Chad Hennessy, the head athletic trainer here for Georgetown High School, as well as the Liberty Hill Panthers finish up their middle infield drills. Your Georgetown Eagles coming to the ball game 20-6, 8-4 in district play. District standings: Liberty Hill, Rouse, and Cedar Park all at 9-3. Georgetown at 8-4. What you look at and what we have to worry about is the fact that Georgetown is 8-4. Leander is 6-6 in district play. Leander holds the head-to-head tiebreaker, having won both matchups with the Georgetown Eagles this season. If Leander is to win their last two district games tonight and Friday, and Georgetown loses their two district games tonight and Friday here against Liberty Hill and Cedar Park, Leander would get the 4th slot in the playoffs. And so the Georgetown Eagles can handle their own destiny with a win here or Friday, or a win in both, and then that would do damage to Cedar Park as well. We would hold the double tiebreaker over Cedar Park, or a loss by the Leander Lions in one of their last two ball games would also result in a Georgetown playoff ticket being punched. Senior night tonight here at Eagle Field. We get ready for that as the Liberty Hill Panthers leave the field. And so we are going to be ready to go to the PA announcer as soon as he is ready to bring us your senior Eagles here tonight at Eagle Field. The Liberty Hill Panthers will be in the gold pants tonight. We'll see what tops they have on After they take off their warm-ups, your Georgetown Eagles are in the home whites. The white pants, white jersey tops with the Georgetown blue pinstripes. Eagles in script lettering across the front of the jersey tops. Georgetown blue numerals on the back and the front of the uniforms. There's a Georgetown blue hat with the Georgetown G logo on the front and the blue cleats. As the seniors line up, we get ready to go to the PA announcer. Liberty Hill will be in the all-yellow uniforms. They are purple and gold. The gold pants, gold tops, purple numerals outlined in white.
To Eagle Field.
to
Tonight
the PA
we are
announcer.
Celebrating the 2022 senior baseball players. Our first senior we are celebrating tonight is number 9, Nicholas Silva, accompanied by Letty and Joe Silva. Nick will be continuing his academic and athletic career at California State University, Bakersfield, where he plans on studying business administration and accounting. The next senior will be number 19, Zachary Mazok. He is accompanied by Lori and Ivan Mazok. Zach will be continuing his academic and athletic career at Baylor University, where he will work towards a degree in sports management. Next, we have number 2, E.J. Davis. He's accompanied by Andrew and Cherie Davis. E.J. is currently undecided on where he continues his academic and athletic career. He plans on majoring in business economics. Next is number 3, Ty Klaus Keismore. Ty is accompanied by Rachel and Doug Meadows and Lindsay and Christy Keismore. He will continue his academic and athletic career at Western Texas College, where he will work towards a degree in business and business management. Next is number 4, Wade Denton. He is accompanied by Daryl and Melissa Denton. Wade will continue his athletic and academic career at the University of Texas at Tyler, where he will major in either business or industrial technologies. Next up is number 5, Logan Smith. He's accompanied by his parents, Stephanie and Jason Smith. Logan remains undecided on where he will continue his academic and athletic career. He will major in nursing. Next up is number 6, Landon Heil. Landon is accompanied by Steve and Trish Heil. Landon will continue his athletic and academic career at Concordia University in Austin, where he will major in business finance. Number 8, Zach Zavala. He's accompanied by Julie and Donnie Zavala. Zach will continue his academic and athletic career at the University of Houston, where he will major in business and minor in kinesiology. Number 10, Jacob Haddon. He's accompanied by Rachel and Scott Haddon. Jacob will continue his athletic and academic career at Concordia University in Austin. He plans on majoring in business. The next senior we have is number 11, Scott Beam. Scott is accompanied by Myra Beam. Scott plans on attending Texas Tech University in the fall, where he will major in biology and pre-dental. Next, we have number 13, Nicholas Nolan. Nick is accompanied by his mom, Carol Nolan. Nick will continue his academic and athletic career at Navarro College, where he will major in management and business management. Next up is number 16, Andon Petty. He's accompanied by his parents, Chris and Bree Petty. Andon will continue his academic and athletic career at Temple College, where he will pursue a degree in general studies. Number 17, Daniel Howe. He is accompanied by Chris and Tanya Howe. Daniel will continue his academic and athletic career at Mid-Michigan College, where he will pursue a major in finance and a minor in economics. Next up, we have number 25, Reese Bell. Reese is accompanied by Nicole and Heath Bell. Reese will continue his athletic and academic career at Arkansas Tech, where he plans to pursue a degree in business and sports management. Next up is stat girl Dylan Jones. Dylan Jones is accompanied by Ron Jones. Dylan plans on attending the University of Mississippi in the fall, where she will work towards a major in business and a minor in sports management. Next up is our athletic trainer, Alyssa Stock. Alyssa is accompanied by Lori Stock. Alyssa plans on attending Texas Tech University in the fall, where she will major in kinesiology with an emphasis in athletic training. I want to thank you, seniors, for your countless hours, hard work, and dedication to the Georgetown baseball and Georgetown High School. You've been asked to accomplish many things during your time at GHS and have never shied away from any of the challenges along the way. We are extremely proud of each and every one of you. Never forget, once an Eagle, you will always be an Eagle. Thank you, class of 2022. EFND.
And that's the senior class for Georgetown baseball for 21-22. All of them being recognized tonight. And now we'll go to the starting lineup for your Georgetown Eagles, as chosen by head coach Jordan Vieira. Leading things off and catching, number 19, Zachary Mazik. Batting second and playing second base, number 2, EJ Davis. Batting third and playing right field, number 6, Landon Heil. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 25, Reese Bell. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 5, Logan Smith. Batting sixth, and the designated hitter tonight, number 20, Riley Leininger. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 4, Wade Denton. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 3, Ty Klaus Keismore. And batting ninth, playing center field, number 16, Andon Petty. On the mound tonight for your Eagles is number 9, Nick Silva. So, Mazik, Davis, and Hiles, the top third in the lineup for the Eagles. Bell, Smith, and Leininger, the middle third. Denton, Klaus Keismore, and Petty, the bottom third. So we'll take a quick timeout while they have the coaches meeting with the umpires. Looks like we're going to have a 4-person crew tonight here for this game. So we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with the national anthem and the start of tonight's ballgame. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Coach Hutcherson from Liberty Hill, Coach Vieira, and Jared Frimmel with Georgetown at home plate for the meeting with the umpires as we get ready for tonight's ball game. Georgetown High School, beautiful night for baseball. The flags, full rest out in center field, so a nice peaceful night, not a cloud in the sky over the stadium, just in the distant minor clouds. But it looks like a beautiful night for baseball as they introduce the starting lineups for Liberty Hill. Eagle field, a turf infield, all natural grass outfield, 323 down the lines, 385 to left center and right center. Georgetown Eagle softball. Just thought we'd bring it up and talk about it right now as they bring in the starting lineups for the game tonight. The Georgetown Lady Eagles will host Buda Johnson on Friday night at 7 p.m. here on the campus of Georgetown High School in Game 1 of their best-of-3 series to start playoffs. And then they will play Saturday at 1 p.m. at Buda Johnson. And if necessary, Game 3 will be immediately thereafter at 3 p.m. on Saturday at Buda Johnson as well. So make sure you get out and support the Lady Eagles softball team as they start their playoff run. They finished second in 25-5A. And they will take on the third seed out of District 26 5A in Buda Johnson in the first round of the playoffs. And so 7 o'clock here Friday night, the Lady Eagles will take on Buda Johnson in Game 1 before going to Buda Johnson on Saturday for Game 2 at 1 p.m. Game 3, if necessary, immediately following. Your Eagles here on senior night as the starting lineup being introduced, and let's get ready for the national anthem. A great crowd on hand here tonight, a good crowd from Liberty Hill travel, and then a great home crowd here on senior night for Eagle baseball. We'll take a break here, the national anthem, and then we'll get ready for Eagle baseball on SHN. We get set for the top of the first. The Eagle Fight Song brings us back here live from Eagle Field on Georgetown High School campus. District 25 5A baseball here on Eagle Field. The Liberty Hill Panthers, the visitors, get ready to bat here in the top of the first. The first three batters in the lineup: Logan Dyer, Carson Riley, and Cash Durkin. Defensively for your Eagles, as you see it on your screen, in left field, Klaus Keismore. Center field, Andon Petty. Right field, Landon Heil. On the infield, at third base, Logan Smith. At shortstop, Wade Denton. At second base, E.J. Davis. At first, Reese Bell. Behind the plate, Zachary Mozick. And on the mound, Nick Silva. Your Georgetown Eagles getting ready here for the top of the first inning. to take on the Liberty Hill Panthers in what comes down to be just a super important ball game for both teams. One, Liberty Hill wanting to be on a run as they go guaranteed in the playoffs, along with Rouse and Cedar Park. The Eagles wanting to get a win here and solidify their ticket to be punched for this year's playoffs. Nick Silva from the windup against Logan Dyer to start things off. First pitch of the ball game. Square around the bunt. It's a one hopper out to the mound. Nick Silva across to Reese Bell at first base. And one out on one pitch. 1-3 in the book. And Logan Dyer down. Carson Riley, the catcher for the Liberty Hill Panthers, steps in from the right side. Number 2 hitter in the lineup. First pitch across the outside part of the plate for a called strike. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch just misses outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Riley back in from the right side. Silva ready to go from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Inside corner. Just misses for ball 2. 2-1 the count now to Carson Riley, the catcher. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. High hop towards third. Logan Smith takes a short hop. Fire across the diamond. What a bullet there. And Logan Smith retires Riley on the 5-3 putout for out number 2. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Cash Durkin. Cash Durkin, a senior, will bat from the left side. The first baseman for the Liberty Hill Panthers in the first matchup. Durkin hit a couple of home runs. First pitch of the at-bat, and Durkin wears it. So a 2-out base runner on the hit by pitch. That'll bring up Cade Neuenschwander, the third baseman, batting cleanup for the Liberty Hill Panthers tonight. He'll step in from the right side. Silva down to the stretch with the runner on first and 2 outs. The first pitch up and in for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Neuenschwander. Neuenschwander, the junior third baseman, batting in the cleanup slot tonight. The 1-0 pitch. Inside corner called strike 1. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck is Colby DeMars, the right fielder for the Liberty Hill Panthers. Durkin leads off first. Bell holds him on. The ball fouled off back out of play for strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Cade Neuenschwander. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Nick Silva, your starter on the mound for the Eagles tonight. Comes set in the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. Outside corner. Durkin with the late jump. Throw down, but no one covering the base. And a stolen base for Cash Durkin. 2-2 the count now to Neuenschwander. Good throw down by Mazik, but no one there covered. Durkin with the delayed steal. And now 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner on second base for Liberty Hill here in the top of the first. The 2-2 pitch and a ball punched out just over second base over the head of Davis. Petty in with it. He's going to fire home on a hop all the way to Mazik. Tag at home plate and holds him. Andon Petty, what a job. The center field senior Andon Petty hoses Durkin at home. 8-2 on the putout. In the top of the first for the Liberty Hill Panthers, and Andon Petty put a gold star on it. Liberty Hill down here on no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on. We go to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment. go to the bottom of the first. Mozick, Davis, and Heil do up. Defensively for the Liberty Hill Panthers, Dyer in left field, Stavanoa in center, DeMars in right field. Neuenschwander on third, Neely at short, Eller at second, Durkin at first, Riley behind the plate, and Blaze Milam, the pitcher, on the mound for the Liberty Hill Panthers here tonight. Milam from the windup, first pitch, outside corner, called strike to Mozick, 0-1 the count. And I'll correct that. No runs on one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. On the base hit by Neuenschwander. Zachary Mozick, a leadoff single for the Eagles into left center field. He'll turn around first base, and he'll hold up there and get back to first. And a leadoff single for the senior catcher, Zachary Mozick, gets things going here in the bottom of the first for the Eagles. That'll bring up E.J. Davis, a name you haven't heard all year due to injury, but back tonight to run. Number 8, senior Number 8, Zach Zavala. He has been cleared by the medical staff to return. So he'll start out doing the courtesy running for Mozick tonight for your Eagles. So he's on first base, being held on by Durkin. In steps E.J. Davis, the senior second baseman. The first pitch from Milam is high for a ball as Davis pulls the bat back on the bunt attempt. 1-0 the count to E.J. Davis. This pitch in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Leadoff single by Zachary Mozick has the runner at first. Zavala, the courtesy runner. E.J. Davis, the number 2 hitter, up for the Eagles. Pickoff attempt. Zavala back in time at first base. Davis back in from the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike to E.J. Davis. The pitch. Zavala off on the run. Stuck the bat out to bunt it. He missed it, but it went off the glove of Riley. Strike 2. Stolen base for Zavala. So now Zavala down at second base with no outs. E.J. Davis, 1 ball and 2 strikes on his at bat. He'll be looking to make contact here, move that runner over. The 1-2 pitch, and he does. Fouls it off of the clamshell. Stays alive in the at-bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes. What a play in the top of the first inning. If that's not a momentum enough for the Eagles, I don't know what could be tonight. The Gold Star defensive play by Andon Petty. Scooping the base hit up on shallow center field and throwing out Durkin at the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Up and out. 4-2. 2-2 the count now to E.J. Davis. Durkin was on second base. A delayed steal. Got him down to second base. And then that little Texas leaguer by Neuenschwander into shallow center field. Durkin took off and was waved all the way around. But thrown out at the plate. 8-2 on the putout to shut down Liberty Hill in the top of the first. The 2-2 pitch, and Davis right back up the middle, and it's going to be into center field for a base hit. Here comes Zavala around third base. He's going to score easily. That'll throw will be cut off by Durkin in the middle of the field, and E.J. Davis has an RBI single to open up the scoring here in the ball game. 1-0. Zavala excited, doing his job on the base pass tonight as he's finally back on the field to play. Love to see that for Zach Zavala here on senior night. Now in steps number 6, Landon Heil. Landon Heil, the right fielder here tonight for the Eagles. Steps in with no outs and a runner at first. He'll square around the bunt. First pitch, and he bunts it down the first baseline, but it's going to go foul for strike 1. The shortstop Neely laid out for it. Back up the middle. It could not get to it. As E.J. Davis's hit goes into center field. Scores Zavala from second base, and the Eagles a 1-0 lead here early on in the ball game in the bottom of the first. Back-to-back singles. Heil squares around again, takes the bunt, pulls the bunt back, takes it in the turf. 4-1, 1-1 the count now to Landon Heil. Reese Bell, the first baseman on deck for the Eagles. E.J. Davis leads off first. Durkin holds him on there. Milam comes set. Heil squares around a bunt, pulls it back, takes it high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. To Landon Hiles. Squares around again. The 2-1 pitch from Milam. And it's up and in. And Landon Hiles fouls it off towards the first base dugout. 4 strike 2. 2-2 count now. E.J. Davis will lead off first base. The 2-2 pitch from Milam. In the turf. Nice backhand scoop there by Riley to keep it from the backstop. Now the count full to Landon Heil. No outs here in the bottom of the first. Heil, 426 average on the season coming into tonight's ball game. E.J. Davis leads off first. The full count pitch. Fouled off back to the screen. And Landon Heil stays alive in the at-bat. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the first. And now Carson Riley, the catcher, takes a timeout. Now Milam comes set. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Landon Riley down on strikes. 4 out number 1. First strikeout of the ball game for Milam, and that'll bring up Reese Bell.
Next up, first baseman, number 25, Reese Bell.
Reese Bell will step in with a .348 batting average. With 1 out, and E.J. Davis, the runner, down at first. First pitch, low and outside in the turf. 4-1 to Reese Bell. E.J. Davis has 8 stolen bases on the year. Has yet to take off in this time on base. This pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1 to count to Reese Davis. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. 1 run across for the Eagles. An RBI single by E.J. Davis to scores Zavala from second base. Bell back in, the 1-1 pitch, and the off-speed pitch. Way out in front is Bell. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count to the senior first baseman. Davis leads off first. Durkin holds him on. Milam comes set from the stretch. The 1-2 pitch in the turf for ball 2. 2-2 the count now. A lot of pitches being thrown here now by Blaze Milam, the starter for the Liberty Hill Panthers. 20 pitches already here in the first inning. The 2-2 pitch to Bell. Low and outside, ball 3. Logan Smith, the third baseman, on deck for the Eagles. E.J. Davis gets a good lead off first base. And the pitch is low for ball 4. And Reese Bell draws a 1-out walk now. Runners on first and second base. First walk of the night issued by Milam. And now a visit from the dugout by Liberty Hill coaching staff. So we'll take a quick break. Be back with more Eagle baseball here in just a moment on SHN.
Next up, third baseman, number 5, Logan Smith.
Back in action now after the quick timeout. Panther visit to the mound. Logan Smith steps in with 1 out and 2 runners on. First pitch fouled off back to the backstop for strike 1. 0-1 the count now to Logan Smith, your senior third baseman. Steps in here with a .271 batting average. Logan has 14 RBIs on the year. An opportunity here with a runner down at second and E.J. Davis. Reese Bell at first. The 0-1 pitch. Squares around a bunt. It's in the turf. Good block there by Riley to keep it in front of him. 1-1 the count now to Logan Smith. Looked like Smith thought about squaring the bunt there. Third baseman playing back even with the bag. Durkin now on the grass at first base. Davis and Bell lead off second and first. The 1-1 pitch. Smith fouls it off back to the screen for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Riley Leininger, the sophomore designated hitter, due up next for the Eagles here in the bottom of the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first, Logan Smith back in from the right side. Blaze Milam a look at second. Now the pitch. And it's outside for ball 2. The count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Logan Smith. Milam comes back set. Look back at second. The 2-2 pitch. Off and low in the turf for ball 3. Another full count. 3 batters in a row have drawn a full count. Heil struck out. Bell drew a walk, and now Logan Smith sees the full count with 1 out and 2 runners on. 1 run across here in the bottom of the first. 1-0. Georgetown leads it. The payoff pitch to Logan Smith, and a base hit out towards ball hit out towards second. Eller up with it, turns to the shortstop. The throw gets past Durkin over to the dugout, and that's going to score E.J. Davis from all the way from second base. So an error on the throw from the shortstop, Neely. So a fielder's choice gets Logan Smith on to first base. Reese Bell was retired. Reese Bell was retired at second base. 4-6 on that play for out number 2. But the throwing error from Neely allows the ball goes all the way over towards the dugout on the first base side, and never stopping coming around third was E.J. Davis. He scores the second run of the inning. The first pitch will wait, as now Milam with 2 quick throwers in a row, trying to keep Logan Smith close at first base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Georgetown, a quick 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Now the first pitch to Leininger. Take it high for ball 1. So 2 hits and an error so far here in the inning. This pitch in there. Leininger takes it for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Leininger steps back in from the left side. Logan Smith leads off first. Milam comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Leininger slaps it down the left field line. And it'll curl foul out of play for strike 2. 1-2 now the count to the designated hitter, Riley Leininger. Wade Denton, the shortstop, on deck for the Eagles. Leininger's going to take a time, step out of the box, reset himself. Logan Smith down at first base, reached on the fielder's choice. They throwing error by Neely, which allowed E.J. Davis to score the second run of the inning. He leads off first. The 1-2 pitch to Leininger. Leininger sends it into center field. Stavanoa drifts to his right a few steps and will make the catch for out number 3. F8 in the book, but not before the Eagles get a couple of runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. After 1 inning, 2-0 your score. Georgetown leads it over Liberty Hill. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment. Nick Silva back on the mound here in the top of the second. He'll face off against DeMars, Ellers, and Neely for the Liberty Hill Panthers. The first pitch to DeMars on the inside corner for a called strike. Silva threw 11 pitches in inning number 1. Allowed 1 hit, hit 1 batter. Got out of the inning without any runs scored. After the beautiful play by Andon Petty, this pitch in there for a called strike. 0-2 the count now. Silva 1-1 on the year. This is his 6th start of the season. Called strike 3. Mazick set up on the outside corner, and Silva dotted it. What a pitch. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And DeMars retired for out number 1. First strikeout of the ball game for Silva, and that brings up Trent Ellers, the second baseman for Liberty Hill. He'll step in here for his first at bat with 1 out in the top of the second inning. Silva from the windup. First pitch swinging. Fouled off back to the backstop for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Apologize for what's going on with our outfield camera. Usually super reliable. Ball hit out towards shortstop. Wade Denton backhands it. The throw across the diamond in time for out number 2. 6-3 on the putout. And Liberty Hill now has 2 outs here in the top of the second. And the shortstop, Garrett Neely, steps in for his first at bat for the Panthers. What we may do is just reset our cameras and try to get everything back up for you. We'll stick with the home plate camera for now till we can get it operable. The first pitch, low and outside for ball 1 to Garrett Neely. Want to know the count. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off back to the screen. 1-1 the count now. Silva from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Outside corner. Just misses. For ball 2. 2-1 the count. Similar pitch to the called third strike. On to Mars. Now the 2-1 pitch from Silva. It's in there for a called strike. Little change of pace there. Something different to look at. And 2-2 the count now to Garrett Neely. Foul tip, third strike, caught by Mazick. And Liberty Hill down in order here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. After 1.5, 2-0 your score. Georgetown leads it over to Liberty Hill. More Eagle baseball in just a moment on SHN. Go to the bottom of the second. Denton, Klaus Keismore, and Petty do up here in the bottom of the second for the Eagles. Wade Denton, the senior shortstop, steps in with a .231 batting average. He'll lead it off here in the bottom of the second with a 2-0 lead for Georgetown. First pitch, fouled off back to the screen for strike 1. A beautiful night for baseball, and the one night we're having the most troubles with our cameras. Now we're trying to connect. They're slowly connecting back. We'll see the 0-1 pitch. And Denton check swing there. Went through for a called strike. 0-2 now. The count to Wade Denton. The 0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. One and 2 they count to Wade Denton. Blaze Milam from the windup. The 1-2 pitch. Misses low and in the turf for ball 2. 31 pitches thrown in inning number 1 by Milam. Steps in here. The 2-2 pitch. Ball hit out to shortstop. Neely fields it on a couple of hops. The throw across the diamond just gets Denton at first. 4 out number 1. 6-3 on the putout. And that'll bring up senior left fielder Ty Klaus Keismore.
Next up for Georgetown, number 3, Ty Klaus Keismore.
Klaus Keismore, the senior left fielder, steps in with a .329 batting average. In for his first appearance in tonight's ballgame here in the bottom of the second with 1 out. Milam from the windup. The first pitch up and in for ball 1. Want to know the count. Friday night, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock first pitch, live from Cedar Park High School. The 1-0 pitch to Klaus Keismore, fouled off. Back out of play, 4 strike 1, 1-1 to count. Kelly Duvall will be back from Maryland in his latest travels. The 1-1 pitch fouled off back to the screen. 1-2 the count now to Ty Klaus Keismore. Andon Petty, the senior fielder, on deck for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second. Milam from the windup, the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the ball game for Milam. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Next up, center fielder number 16, Andon Petty.
Andon Petty steps in, batting .333 on the year. In the number 9 slot in the lineup. The first pitch from Milam to Petty is up for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Andon Petty, the Gold Star defensive play in the top of the first. The 1-0 pitch inside ball 2. Zachary Mozick, the catcher, in the on-deck circle. Should the Eagles get around. The 2-0 pitch, and Klaus Keismore sends it into right center field. A 2-out single for the senior center fielder. And he'll bring it back around to the top of the order. Third hit of the night for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second. And that brings up your catcher, Zachary Mozick. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. He had a single. Left center field. Courtesy runner Zavala stole second base. And then scored on the base hit by E.J. Davis. Petty leads off over at first. Durkin holds him on. First pitch to Mozick, base hit, right center field, and this one's going to get to the wall. And Petty around second base. He's headed to third. Mozick headed around first to second base. Petty being waved. He's coming around third, and he'll easily score all the way from first base. A 2-out RBI double for Zachary Mozick. And the Eagles lead it 3-0 over Liberty Hill. And here comes Zach Zavallo, the courtesy runner, and Zachary Mozick, the senior catcher, doing his job tonight from the leadoff position. I was about to say Andon Petty had 19 stolen bases on the year, but it was no need as he doubles to right center field. And that brings up E.J. Davis. He's 1 for 1 of the ball game with an RBI single back in the first. First pitch is in the turf, gets away. And here goes the courtesy runner Zavala. Got a great jump as it got away from Riley just far enough. And now a runner in scoring position. Down at third base with 2 outs. 1-0 the count to E.J. Davis. E.J. singled in. Zavala. The 1-0 pitch slapped down the right field line. But it is going to curl out of play. Down the right field line for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Davis ended up scoring the second run of the first inning. On the throwing error, ground ball was hit by Smith, but the throwing error from Neely to first base allowed E.J. Davis to get all the way around from second base for that second run. This pitch fouled off of Davis back at the plate. 1-2 now the count to E.J. Davis, the senior second baseman. First wild pitch of the ball game. allowed Zavala to get up to third base, and that's where he sits now with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second, 3-0 your score. Milam comes set, the 1-2 pitch to Davis, and he'll pop it up over to the right side into shallow right field. The right fielder DeMars comes on and makes the catch for out number 3. F9 in the book for out number 3, but not before the Eagles pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. After 2 innings, 3-0, the Eagles lead it over Liberty Hill. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment on SHN.
Next up for Liberty Hill, number 7, Jack Stavanoa.
We go to the top of the third. Stavanoa, Vogt, and Dyer do up for the Panthers, the 8-9-1 hitters. Silva's first pitch outside for ball 1. Stavanoa looked like he was squaring to bunt. Pulled it back as Logan Smith charged in. 1-0 the count. 21 pitches through 2 innings for Nick Silva. The 1-0 pitch. Pulls the bunt back and takes it for a called strike. 1-1 the count. 2 innings pitch for Silva. He's allowed 1 hit, struck out 2, hit 1 batter. Back to work here in the top of the third. The 1-1 pitch, and Stavanoa fouls it off down the third baseline, out of play. 4 strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now. To the center fielder. Jack Stavanoa. Silva from the windup. The 1-2 pitch. Outside corner just misses for ball 2. Nice job there by Mazik trying to frame that one up. 2-2 now the count to the center fielder, Stavanoa. The 2-2 pitch from Silva. And a ground ball hits to the right side. Davis to his left, fields it, throws on the run. In time. Oh, my. The umpire on the first baseline says Bell was pulled off the bag. That may be the first hit of the ball game for the Panthers, and it is. It's ruled an infield single. Nice attempt on the play there by E.J. Davis. It's actually the second hit of the ball game. In steps Gavin Voth with no outs and a runner at first. His first plate appearance, the number 9 hitter. Base hit into left field. And Stavanoa will have to stay at second base as Klaus Keismore gets that in quickly. But back-to-back hits as 2 runners aboard with no outs here in the top of the third for the Panthers.
Back to the top of the lineup, number 12, Logan Dyer.
Logan Dyer attempted to bunt. Leading off the ball game in the top of the first on a 1-hopper back to Silva. Was retired on the 1-3 play. Steps in here 0 for 1 in the ball game. 2 runners on. Dyer from the left side. He squares around a bunt. The first pitch inside. Dyer pulls it back for a ball. 1-0 the count. Great crowd here tonight for Eagle baseball. Dyer squares around. The 1-0 pitch. Misses the bunt attempt. 1-1 now the count. Reese Bell about halfway down the line at first base. Dyer squares around the bunt. The pitch from Silva, bunted out towards third base. A play at third can be made, but not going to do it. Silva goes to first for the out. He had time there as Logan Smith got back, but he goes to first for the sure out. 1-4 as E.J. Davis was covering.
28, Carson Riley.
Dyer retired on the sacrifice bunt for out number 1, and that brings up Carson Riley. He grounded out to Logan Smith for an out in his first appearance. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. But the sack bunt puts 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the third for the Panthers. Runners at second and third. Stavanoa at third. Vaught at second. The pitch low and outside for ball 1 to Carson Riley. Cash Durkin on deck for the Panthers. Silva comes set from the stretch. The 1-0 pitch. Inside corner. Call the ball. So 2-0 the count. And Carson Riley was surprised that was called a ball as well. Beautiful pitch by Silva. Good spot to miss if you're going to miss, I guess. The 2-0 pitch. Low for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to the catcher, Carson Riley. For the Panthers here in the top of the third. 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. 3-1 to count now. Silva back from the stretch. The 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. First walk of the ball game issued by Silva. May bring a visit from Coach Chad Payne here in a minute. Courtesy runner down at first base for the Panthers.
Number 24, Cash.
Looks like number 33, Sean Parsons. On to run for the catcher. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of the third. Cash Durkin, the lefty, steps in for the Panthers. He's 0 for 1 he was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. Steps in here with bases loaded. The big lefty first baseman. Ready for the pinch. First pitch, slap foul. 0-1 to count. Silva comes set in the stretch. Bases loaded. The 0-1 pitch. Durkin pops it up. It'll be into center field. Andon Petty a long run. He'll make the catch in center field, and he's going to throw home. But it's offline, but the runner held up by the coach at third base. And now 2 outs with the bases loaded. Good job. I think Andon Petty deserved and earned that respect after the throw.
Number 10, Cade.
The outfield assist in the top of the first to retire Durkin at home. So now bases loaded with 1 out, or with 2 outs. F8 in the book for out number 2 there for Durkin. Now in steps Cade Neuenschwander. The first pitch up and over his head for a ball. Neuenschwander singled into center field. In the top of the first was left stranded there as Durkin was thrown out at home plate on the play. The 1-0 pitch and a ball popped up down the third baseline. Logan Smith gives chase, but it's going to curl out of play for a strike. 1-1 to count now. Smith, Denton, and Klaus Keismore come back. They all gave chase to that ball sent down the third baseline by Neuenschwander. So Neuenschwander 1 for 1 in the ball game. Steps in with bases loaded and 2 outs here in the top of the third. The 1-1 pitch. And Neuenschwander fouls it off back out of play over the grandstand. 1-2 the count. Now to the third baseman. "24 strikeouts on the year so far for Silva. 10 walks allowed, counting tonight's strikeouts and a walk. The 1-2 pitch to Neuenschwander. Ground ball in between third and short. Denton play, throw across the diamond. What a play! Gold star, baby! Wade Denton getting it done and retiring the Panthers in the top of the third with no runs. What a play by your senior shortstop, Wade Denton. He took a couple of steps and launched up in the air and threw across the diamond and got Neuenschwander. Bang, bang play at first. And the Panthers down in the top of the third. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base after 2.5. 3-0, Georgetown leads it over Liberty Hill. We go to the bottom of the third. A new pitcher on the mound for the Liberty Hill Panthers. They will bring into pitch number 17, Cole Jefferson. Jefferson was the starting pitcher in the first matchup with the Panthers at Liberty Hill.
Next up for Georgetown, number 6.
Back on April the 1st, a 3-1 loss for the Eagles. They're trying to avenge that loss tonight. Landon Heil leads it off here in the bottom of the third. Heil 0 for 1 in the ball game. Struck out swinging back in the first inning. Steps in now to face off Jefferson. Ball hit out towards shortstop. Neely up with it. Throws across the diamond in time for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Heil retired on the 6-3 play. And that will bring up Reese Bell. Reese Bell walked in his first plate appearance. The first pitch to Bell. Breaking pitch in there. That's what you're going to see a lot of for Jefferson. He throws a lot of off-speed breaking pitches. So a little different look out of their ace, Jefferson. This pitch just misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Reese Bell. Walked and then retired on a ground ball to second base. The play to third, or shortstop. This pitch. Same pitch called a ball earlier. Good spot that Silva missed in when they called it a ball. Called a strike here against Reese Bell. So now 1-2 the count to Bell. The 1-2 pitch. Foul tip. Riley couldn't hold on to it, so Bell stays alive. 48 pitches thrown through 2 innings for Milam as he exits the ball game. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Reese Bell down on strikes for out number 2. That'll bring up your third baseman, number 5, Logan Smith. Smith 0 for 1 in the ball game, reached on the fielder's choice. A throwing error by Neely, which allowed E.J. Davis to score from second base, the second run of the ball game. Steps in here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The first pitch from Jefferson. Up and in, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Riley Leiniger, the designated hitter, on deck for the Eagles. The 1-0 pitch, and Logan Smith sends it into center field. Stavanoa ranges to his left, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. The Eagles down in order here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We go to the top of the fourth, 3-0. The Eagles lead it over the Panthers. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment. go to the top of the fourth inning, 3-0. The Georgetown Eagles lead it over the Liberty Hill Panthers. The Panthers come up with the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. DeMars, Ellers, and Neely. First pitch sent into center field by DeMars for a base hit. So a leadoff single for DeMars. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game coming into this at bat. Struck out looking to start the second inning. He records the fourth hit of the ball game for the Panthers down at first base with no outs. And in steps Trent Ellers, the second baseman. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. A ground out to the shortstop Wade Denton. Back in the second inning. He'll step in here with a runner at first, no outs. Trailing by 3. And now a timeout called at home plate. Ellers takes a cut, now steps right back in the box from the right side. Silva, 41 pitches thrown through 3 innings. The first pitch here to Ellers in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. DeMars leads off first. Reese Bell holds him on. The 1-1 pitch. Low and inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Ellers. Correction, Eller. No S at the end. I apologize. Trent Eller. The 1-1 pitch from Silva. Inside corner, called strike 2. 1-2 now, the count to Eller. The 1-2 pitch. And the ball hit into left center field, and this is going to find the gap. Cut off by Klaus Geismore. Headed to second is Eller. And runners on second and third with no out. On the double by Trent Eller to open up things here.
Next up, number 2, Garrett Neely.
In the top of the fourth, Garrett Neely due up. With 2 runners on and no outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Neely, the shortstop, struck out swinging in his first at bat. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Steps in here from the right side. Silva from the stretch. The first pitch, ground ball. Logan Smith will field it. Look over at third. Throw across the diamond. Ball scooped out of the turf by Reese Bell for the out. 5-3. Both runners stay put.
Next up, number 7.
So 1 out recorded here in the top of the fourth. And that'll bring up Jack Stavanoa, the center fielder. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. A single, left stranded on third base last inning. Steps in here with 2 runners on and 1 out. Runners on second and third. Stavanoa, the lefty, back in the left side, ready for the first pitch. It's in there for a called strike on the inside corner. 4-person umpire crew prepping for playoff baseball, where you go from the 2-umpire crew to the 4-umpire crew. So Liberty Hill and Georgetown getting that courtesy tonight here in a big ball game. The 0-1 pitch, low and inside, ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Stavanoa. Gavin Volp on deck, the designated hitter for the Panthers. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game as well. Was left stranded at second base last inning. The 1-1 pitch from Silva. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 now, the count to Jack Stavanoa with 1 out. Here in the top of the fourth. The 1-2 pitch fouled off at home plate, off of Stavanoa. So he stays alive in the at-bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Through 3 innings, the Liberty Hill Panthers have left 4 runners on base. The Eagles have left 2 so far. The 1-2 pitch to Stavanoa. Outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Try to get him to chase there on up and away pitch. Now the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Runners at second and third for Liberty Hill here in the top of the fourth. Silva comes set from the stretch. 2-2 pitch. Slap foul out of play. Stavanoa stays alive on that pitch. Colby DeMars down at third base. Trent Eller at second for the Panthers. A single and a double. Has the runners at second and third. The 2-2 pitch misses outside. Ball 3. So a full count now to Jack Stavanoa, the center fielder. No runs on 5 hits, 1 error for the Panthers. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Eagles. 2 Gold Star plays on defense to keep the score where it is. The payoff pitch. Ball hit out towards second base. Davis is going to charge. They'll give up the run to play at first base in time for out number 2. 4-3 on the putout for out number 2. An RBI ground out by Stavanoa puts the first run across the plate for the Panthers. 3-1 now your score. Eller moves up to third base. On a hard ground ball, it might not have happened, but just a slow roller out towards second, and Davis's only play was the home. First pitch, check swing foul by Vogt. Out of play for strike 1. Now 2 outs with a runner on third here in the top of the 4th. 3-1 to score. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Vogt. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Silva, the 0-2 pitch. Ball hit up the middle. It's off of Silva. It's going to go towards third base, but that's going to be an infield single. That scores Eller from third. Hard line drive up the middle. Coach Vieira will get an injury visit to make sure that Silva is okay. Couldn't get his glove up in time. Looked like it went off of his glove arm. Shot towards third base, and Vogt got down the line. So the infield single and 2-out RBI single by Vogt. Scores Eller. Now 3-2 your score. Georgetown leads it by 1 still. Silva says he's all right. So Coach Vieira returns to the dugout. The infield to their positions. And in steps the leadoff hitter, Logan Dyer. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Retired on a bunt attempt in the first inning. Sack bunt in the second to move the runners. Steps in here, 0 for 1 in the ball game with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The first pitch and a ball hit into left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. A 2-out single for Dyer. Klaus Keismore throws behind Vogt, but he's back at second base. So now runners on first and second. 4th hit of the inning.
Next up, number 28, Carson Riley.
For the Panthers. 6 hits in the ball game. Seventh hit of the ball game for the Panthers. I apologize. Runners at first and second. Now Carson Riley, the catcher. His ground ball out to the mound. Silva will field it, make the throw across to Bell in time for out number 3. 1-3 in the book for the final out of the inning, but not before Liberty Hill gets 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-2 your score. Georgetown leads it by 1. More Eagle baseball in just a moment. to the bottom of the 4th inning. Leininger, Denton, and Klaus Keismore do up for the Eagles. Not Wade Denton. Riley Leininger, the sophomore designated hitter, leads it off. First pitch in there for a called strike. Cole Jefferson on the mound for his 2nd inning of work in relief for the Panthers. Leininger 0 for 1 on the night. The 0-1 pitch in the turf for ball 1. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Leininger takes it on the outside corner. 4 strike 1. Strike 2, correction. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now. To the sophomore designated hitter, Riley Leininger. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed, just misses low. 4 ball 2. See a lot of that from Jefferson. Goes to the breaking pitch and the off speed change up a lot. Now the 2-2 count to Leininger. Leininger slaps it into left field and it's going to get down in front of the left fielder, the Dyer. So a leadoff single for Riley Leininger. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 4, Wade Denton.
Now batting number 4.
First hit given up by Cole Jefferson in relief. Milam went 2 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, struck out 2, walked 1, a wild pitch. Through 48 pitches. Leininger leads off first. Durkin holds him on there. Wade Denton from the right side, squares around a bunt, pops it up back to the screen. 4 strike 1. A couple of those happened Saturday at Cedar Ridge in the 8-inning ball game. Cedar Ridge came back, or the 9-inning ball game. Tyler Hartgrove had a day for himself. The right fielder, then moved to center fielder. Went 3 for 3 in the ball game. Had a 3-run home run to give Cedar Ridge the lead at one point in the ball game, 4-3. And then was intentionally walked 2 times. Tyler Hartgrove, one of the senior outfielders for the Cedar Ridge Raiders, had a good ball game on Saturday. This pitch, Denton went for it for the bunt, didn't pull it back and missed. So 0-2 the count now to Wade Denton. Klaus Keismore on deck. Tyler Hartgrove had a tryout at Wayland Baptist University this past weekend. Was offered a scholarship there. This pitch misses just outside. Nice location there for Jefferson. 1-2 the count now to Denton. So good friends of ours, the Hartgrove family. Tyler Hartgrove, his brother Brett, plays on the football team at Midwestern State University in Wichita Falls. The 1-2 count to Denton. Breaking pitch in there, called to strike 3. Second strikeout issued by Jefferson. Or out number 1. That'll bring up Klaus Keismore. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ty struck out swinging in his first at bat, back in the 2nd inning. Steps in here with 1 out and a runner at first. Riley Leininger led off the inning with a single to left field. Leads off first base. The first pitch comes after a lazy throw over. Kind of a half-hearted pickoff attempt. Leininger lays out safely in there. Keeping the runner close. Leininger with 3 stolen bases on the year. First pitch misses low and outside. Ball 1 to Ty. Klaus Keismore, the senior left fielder. Leininger takes off. The ball slapped down the right field line, but it's going to curl foul. The hit and run was on, and if it gets down, Leininger may have scored as that was headed to the corner. But instead, it's a foul ball, and the count 1-1 now. Ty Klaus Keismore. Ty steps back in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. You're in the bottom of the 4th. Leininger leads off first base. Pickoff attempt. Leininger dives back in safely. Durkin holding him on there at first base. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Tons of camera problems tonight. Not sure why. On a beautiful night, no wind of all nights. 2-1 to count now to Ty Klaus Keismore. The 2-1 pitch. He's in there, bottom half of the zone. 4 strike 2, 2-2 the count now. 2 tie. Leininger leads off first base. The 2-2 pitch. Klaus Keismore sticks a bat out there, trickles it down third base. He'll be, oh my, bang, bang play at first. And called out there at first base. On the check swing ball that bounced towards third base. Nice play by Neuenschwander.
Next up, number 16, Andon Petty.
Leininger moves up to second base on the ground out. 5-3 on the putout. Now 2 outs as Andon Petty steps in. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. Petty had a 2-out single in the bottom of the second. Came around to score the only run of the inning in the second inning. Steps in here with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. Misses outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes to Andon Petty. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Jefferson set from the stretch. A look back at second now. He'll step off and reset. The 2-0 pitch to Andon Petty. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 2-1 to count. They say he went on the check swing. So 2-2 now the count. To Andon Petty. The 2-2 pitch. In the turf. Gets away from Riley. But not far enough for Leininger to advance. Now a full count. 3-2. The payoff pitch to Petty. Misses outside. A 2-out walk. Has runners at first and second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. First walk issued by Jefferson.
Next up, number 19, Zach Mazoff.
Zachary Mazik steps in for the ball game. 2 for 2 on the night. He has a single and a double. Zach Zavala, the courtesy runner, is coming around to score a run. Has a stolen base. So an opportunity here for Mazik with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch misses. Nope, it hit him on the foot. So now bases loaded with 2 outs. The first batter hit by a Liberty Hill Panther pitcher tonight. Has the bases loaded for E.J. Davis. Now runners. Zach Zavala comes in to courtesy run for Mazik down at first base. The senior Zach Zavala cleared medically today to return to action. Doing the run-in for the catcher Mazik. E.J. Davis steps in, 1 for 2 on the night. With bases loaded, first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1 to count to Davis. The 0-1 pitch. Skips in on the turf for ball 1. 1-1 to count. E.J. singled in the first, came around to score a run. Scored on the throwing error by Neely. And then flew out to the right fielder, DeMars, in inning number 2. The 1-1 pitch. And fouled off down the first baseline out of play. 1-2 now the count to the senior second baseman, E.J. Davis. The 1-2 pitch, and Davis, ground ball out towards short. Neely up with it. He'll fire across the first, and it's an error. It gets away, and a run scores. Neely had a chance to flip to second, makes the throw across. It's in the turf, and the first baseman, Durkin, can't make the catch. So another error gives up another run for the Eagles. Leininger scores. Landon Heil comes into bat now. With 2 outs, bases loaded. The error on the shortstop Neely as the throw was in the turf. His second error of the ball game. First pitch to Heil on the outside corner for a called strike. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. A strikeout and a ground out to short. Steps in here with bases loaded and 2 outs. A 4-2 lead for the Eagles. The 0-1 pitch. It almost hit Heil's bat. He's got to get that bat down. It went up and over his head. 1-1 to count to Landon Heil. E.J. Davis down at first. Zach Zavala, the courtesy runner at second. The 1-1 pitch, base hit left field. Landon Heil scores 1 from third. They're going to wave the runner from Zavala, and he'll slide in safely. A 2 RBI single for Landon Heil. Puts the score back up 4 for the Eagles, now 6-2. All this going on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. What a job by Landon Heil, and that brings up Reese Bell. And now another visit from coaching staff for Liberty Hill. We'll take a timeout and get caught up, come back and bring you more Eagle baseball here on SHN Sports. So it looks like Tyler Williams comes in defensively for the Panthers in left field to replace the left fielder Dyer. So I'm kind of curious. Maybe what he did was, it looks like Dyer's going to bat. Williams may have come in for the DH, Vaught. If he comes in for Voth, goes to left field. Dyer comes out, and he's warming up in the bullpen for the Panthers. Reese Bell steps in. First pitch, misses low and outside for ball 1. Bell struck out swinging in his last plate appearance. Takes this one for a ball, 1-0 the count. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. 3 runs across here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-0 pitch, misses low, ball 2. So Williams to left field. Dyer comes off of the field for now, but he's in the bullpen warming up for the Panthers. So I'm assuming Williams probably went in offensively for Voth, the designated hitter, to keep Dyer in the lineup. The 2-0 pitch to Bell. The ball hit in left field. What a play! Neuenschwander. Wow. Put a gold star on it. He robbed a base hit and at least 1 run, if not 2. What a play by the third baseman, Neuenschwander, to get Liberty Hill out of the inning, but not before they gave up 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. After 4 innings, it's 6-2. Georgetown leads it over Liberty Hill. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment. Cash Durkin leads things off here in the top of the 5th. For Liberty Hill. Durkin 0 for 1 in the ball game. The first pitch was low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Nick Silva, 60 pitches through 4 innings. Comes back in with a 4-run lead now after the 3-run inning in the bottom of the 4th for the Eagles. The 1-0 pitch. Inside corner, called strike 1. Durkin was hit by a pitch in the first inning and then gunned out at home, trying to score from second base on the hit from Neuenschwander. The 1-1 pitch, up for ball 2. First Gold Star play of the night. And then Petty, the senior, scoops up the ball to short center field, shallow center field, and hoses Durkin at home. The 2-1 pitch, slap foul down the first baseline. 2-2 now the count. To Durkin. Durkin, Neuenschwander, and DeMars due up here in the top of the 5th for the Liberty Hill Panthers. The 2-2 pitch, and a ball slapped down the right field line, but it curls foul. Durkin still even in the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Durkin hit 2 big home runs in the first matchup on April 1st. The 2-2 pitch skips in there, low and inside for ball 3. Now a full count. To Durkin. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Silva from the windup. The payoff pitch. And it hits him. Durkin hit by a pitch for the second time of the ball game. I think the plan so far in the ball game against Durkin is do not let him extend the arms and hit another home run. A little bit different here as it's another 22 feet down the line, down right field line, compared to the 301 at Liberty Hill. 323 down the right field line here at Georgetown Eagle Field. A runner on, Neuenschwander steps in. First pitch in there for a called strike. Neuenschwander, 1 for 2 on the night. Was retired by a Gold Star defensive play by Wade Denton last inning. This pitch, breaking pitch in there. Dirty pitch there by Silva. 0-2 the count. He hit it into the hole between short and third. Denton fields it, takes 2 steps, and hops up and throws across his body to retire Neuenschwander at first. The 0-2 pitch. He yanked foul down the third base line, out of play. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. To the third baseman, Neuenschwander has his own Gold Star defensive play to end the bottom of the 4th. Reese Bell was laced one towards third base, and Neuenschwander went up and got it at the peak of his jump to rob a hit and another run for the Eagles. What a great play there by the junior third baseman, Neuenschwander. He's in here now with an 0-2 count. A runner at first, no outs in the top of the 5th. Liberty Hill down by 4. The 0-2 pitch. Outside corner, Mazik tried to frame it. What a pitch. Just outside, great spot to miss. Takes a lot of guts to take that pitch right there. Good spot by Silva and Mazik. 1-2 now, the count to Neuenschwander. DeMars on deck. The 1-2 pitch. A ball laced over shortstop into left field for a base hit. I don't think Durkin's going to run again. Klaus Geismore will throw behind him. It's over the head of E.J. Davis. Bell cuts it off. Durkin, I don't think, was taking his chances to third base there. So a single with no outs. Puts runners at first and second base for Liberty Hill. 8th base hit of the night for the Panthers. 2 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. 6 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Eagles. Colby DeMars steps in, 1 for 2 in the ball game. A single and a run scored. The first pitch to him, ground ball foul for strike 1. DeMars 1 for 2. Steps in here with no outs and runners on first and second. Trent Eller, the second baseman on deck. The 0-1 pitch. Skips in. Durkin takes off to third. Mazik fires down and, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wow. Wrong side of the bag on that one, Mr. Umpire. I hate to argue, but Mazik threw a rocket down. Logan Smith laid the tag down, and he called him safe. So now runners at the corners on the wild pitch there by Silva, his first wild pitch of the ball game. Runners on the corners, no outs. And a pickoff attempt over to first base, kind of half-hearted. Neuenschwander dives back in safely. No outs and runners on the corners here in the top of the 5th. DeMar's in with a 1-1 count. Pickoff attempt again. Neuenschwander dives back in. Expecting the run here. The runner to take off with no outs. The runner on third. Silva comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes to DeMars. Neuenschwander leads off first. Bell holds him on there. Durkin leads off third. Smith even with the bag about 5 steps off the line. The 1-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-2 now. The count to DeMars. Mazick faked the throw down to first. Neuenschwander scrambled back. 2-2 now. No outs. Runners on the corners. DeMars in from the right side. Silva set from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, and it's going to get through into left field for a base hit. So an RBI single by DeMars, his second base hit of the night. And the lead cut to 3. 6-3 now as Durkin scores on the base hit.
Number 11, Trent Eller.
Trent Eller steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the night. He's got a double and a run scored back in the 4th inning. Grounded out to the shortstop Denton in inning number 2. And now a visit here from Coach Chad Payne. We'll take it with him. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Visit. Coach Chad Payne has come to an end. The Eagles return to their positions on the infield. Nick Silva still in the ballgame. Into his 5th inning of work. He's giving up 1 run here in the inning. Runners on first and second with no outs. Eller, the second baseman, steps in 1 for 2 on the night. A double and a run scored. First pitch to Eller is low for a ball. 1-0 the count. I apologize for the cameras tonight. The most beautiful night for baseball. No wind at all. And we seem to be having the most problems with the reception from our system. The 1-0 pitch to Eller. Just misses for ball 2. 2-0 the count now. Runners on first and second. Both lead off. Neuenschwander at second. DeMars off first. The 2-0 pitch from Silva. Base hit, or ball hit, up towards shortstop. Denton flips to Davis, over to Bell. 6-4-3 double play. 4 2 outs. Moves Neuenschwander up to third base.
Next up, number 2, Garrett Neely.
That'll bring up Garrett Neely. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. But a 6-4-3 double play. Sure does help defensively for the Eagles. Swing and a miss by Neely. 4 strike 1. 0-1 the count. Neely struck out in the second. Grounded out to the third baseman in the 4th. Steps in here with 2 outs and a runner at third. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Kind of a half-hearted. I think he wanted to check it and just couldn't do it. Ended up going around. 0-2 now the count. To Neely, the shortstop. Neely back in from the right side. Silva comes set from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and Neely goes down for out number 3. Liberty Hill gets 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. After 4.5, 6-3 your score. Georgetown leads it over to Liberty Hill. Back with more baseball on SHN in just a moment. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-3 your score. Georgetown leads it over Liberty Hill. Logan Smith, Riley Leininger, and Wade Denton, 2 up here. In the bottom of the 5th. Logan Smith steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Reached on the fielder's choice and then flew out to center field. Foul tip strike off of the catcher Riley. He writhes in pain there. Hope he's all right. The umpire's going to walk this one out as the coaching staff comes to check on Riley. That one hurt immediately. Riley went down. 0-1 to count. To Logan Smith. Cole Jefferson back on the mound for his 3rd inning of work and relief for the Panthers. He faced 8 batters, gave up 3 runs there in the 4th innings. But back on the mound as Logan Dyers continues to warm up in the Panther bullpen. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 on a swing and miss by Logan Smith. 0-2 the count. To the 3rd baseman, Logan Smith. The 0-2 pitch. Logan Smith waits, pops it up to the left side. Drifting back is Neely into shallow left field, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. P6 in the book. And that'll bring up Riley Leininger. Leininger 1 for 2 in the ball game. He singled, scored a run in the 4th. Flew out to the center fielder in the 1st inning. Leininger scored on a throwing error by the shortstop, Neely, his 2nd error of the ball game. The first pitch to Leininger is a called strike. 0-1 to count to Leininger, the sophomore designated hitter. The 0-1 pitch, just low. Evens out the count at 1-1. Beautiful night for baseball here in Georgetown at Eagle Field. Great crowd. The 1-1 pitch fouled off the catcher's glove for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Leininger. A good crowd out here tonight for Eagle baseball. Remember, Friday night, the Eagles will be on the road to take on the Cedar Park Timberwolves. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock first pitch. The 1-2 pitch, up and out for ball 2 on the off-speed pitch by Jefferson. And then Friday night, 7 o'clock here, the softball team, the Georgetown Lady Eagles softball team, hosts Buda Johnson in the first game of the playoffs. Leininger flies the ball out towards right field. The right fielder comes in. He'll call off the second baseman for the catch. DeMars makes it F9 in the book for out number 2. Up steps Wade Denton. Denton, the shortstop. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. Struck out looking in the 4th. The Eagles got all 3 runs in the 4th inning after 2 quick outs. Denton back up here with 2 outs. Takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count to Wade Denton. The 0-1 pitch skips in for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Ty Klaus Keismore on deck for the Eagles. Should we get to his spot? The 1-1 count. And Denton fouls it off back to the screen for strike 2. 1-2 now the count to the senior shortstop, Wade Denton. Jefferson from the windup. The 1-2 pitch to Denton. Denton hits it out between short and third. Into the gap. Neely on the run. Makes the throw, but not in time. An infield single for Wade Denton. Keeps the inning alive with a 2-out single. Got down the line.
Next up, number 3, Ty Klaus Keismore.
Now Ty Klaus Keismore steps in. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Strikeout in the 2nd and a ground out in the 4th. Now let's see here as the coach comes towards home plate. But the Lady Eagles softball team takes on the Buda Johnson softball team starting Friday night. So we'll see what's going on here. The coach out to question something. a meeting between the home plate umpire, and he's going to talk to the first base umpire. But the Lady Eagles will host Buda Johnson on Friday night at 7 p.m. live here from Georgetown High School. And then Saturday, game number 2 will be at 1 p.m. Game 3, if necessary, at 3 p.m. immediately following on Saturday. So now a meeting between all 4 umpires. So we'll take a quick break. Back with more Eagle baseball in a moment. So a lot of meeting and not sure what it was all about. And in steps Ty Klaus Keismore with 2 outs and a runner on first. The first pitch, Ty right up the middle. The second baseman tries to get over in time, but can't do it. Ty Klaus Keismore gets down to first. Denton scrambles and gets to second base. And that'll be it for Liberty Hill now. It looks like a pitching change coming. So we'll see how they rule that. I believe it's got to be a base hit as it went off Eller. But he was trying to backhand it into the hole. So that's ruled an infield single for Ty Klaus Keismore. And a pitching change coming for the Liberty Hill Panthers now. It is not going to be Dyer. This one now off of the bench for the Panthers. We'll see if we can see the number. Looks to be number 20, Brady Blay. So we'll confirm that, update the changes. Be back in just a moment. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Back in action here. Liberty Hill's pitching change comes in. Number 20, Brody Blay, comes in to pitch. The left-handed pitcher takes over with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-3, the Eagles lead it. 2 two-out singles as Wade Denton singled on a shot to deep shortstop. Beat out the throw.
Now back for Georgetown, center fielder, number 16, Andon Petty.
Andon Petty will step in. Wade Denton singled between short and third. Neely fielded this ball at short, tried to make a long throw, but did not get it in time. Denton beat it out for the 2-out single. And then Ty Klaus Keismore hits it up the middle. It went off the glove of Ellers. He tried to backhand it in the hole to make a play. Went off his glove over to Neely, and Denton beat it to second So another infield single, two out singles, and that brings up Petty to face the new pitcher Blay. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Petty 1 for 1 on the night. Singled and scored in the second, and walked and scored a run in the fourth. Steps in here with 2 outs and runners on first and second. The 0-1 pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Brody Blay in to face Petty with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Both runners lead off. Blay comes set in the stretch. A look back to second. The 0-2 pitch way outside for ball 1. The 1-2 pitch now to Petty. Blay comes set. A look back at Denton. The 1-2 pitch. And Petty puts it over into right field. And Delmar's over to make the catch near the right field line. F9 in the book for out number 3. And the Eagles are down here in the bottom of the 5th. No runs on 2 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 6-3. Georgetown leads it over Liberty Hill. Back with more Eagle baseball in a moment. To the top of the 6th inning. Nick Silva back on the mound for a 6th inning of work for the Eagles. He'll face off against Stabenow, Voth, and Dyer. Stabenow 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch, who puts it out to bunt. Fielded in foul territory by Mazik. So strike 1 to the center fielder. Singled in the third, left stranded at third base. Grounded out to Davis in the 4th to score the runner from third. So an RBI on the ground out. So Stabenow 1 for 2 in the ball game with an RBI. Leads things off here in the top of the 6th inning. The 0-1 count, and he'll pop it up on the left side. Wade Denton ranges over from shortstop, and he'll make the catch behind third base for out number 1. P6 in the book. Great play there by Wade Denton. He had the better angle. Gavin Voth steps in. He's 2 for 2 on the night with an RBI, 2 singles. Left stranded at second base, both at bats. Where he got on. Steps in here with 1 out and no runners on. The first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1 to count. 83 pitches through 5 innings for Nick Silva. The 0-1 pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1-1 to count. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Logan Dyer, correction. That will be number 22, Tyler Williams. Due up. Ground ball out to third. Logan Smith off the hop. Fires across in time. And what a tag there by Reese Bell. The throw pulled him off the bag, but Bell makes the sweep tag on Voth to get him out.
Now batting for Liberty Hill.
5-3.
Tyler Williams.
For out number 2. That'll bring up Tyler Williams. He came in to play left field. He'll swing at the first pitch and foul it off for strike one. Oh, and 1 to count to the right-handed hitter, Williams. In his first at bat of the ball game. The 0-1 pitch from Silva. Fouled off back to the screen for strike two. 0-2 the count. Silva in the windup. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. The 0-2 pitch to Williams. Into the dirt. For a ball. 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now Williams will take a timeout, step out of the box, reset himself. The 1-2 pitch from Silva. Outside corner, called strike 3, and the Eagles retire the Panthers in order here in the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. Through 5.5, 6-3, the Eagles lead it over the Panthers. Back with more Eagle baseball on SHN in just a moment. Brody Blay back in to pitch for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He'll face off against Mazik, Davis, and Heil. Number 1, 2, and 3 hitters in the Eagle lineup. Jefferson leaves the ballgame after 2 2/3 innings. He allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, struck out 2, walked 1, and hit a batter. He threw 52 pitches in relief. Zachary Mazik steps in, 2 for 2 on the night. A single, a double, and was hit by a pitch. Back in the 4th inning, leads things off here in the bottom of the 6th. 6-3 lead for your Eagles. Blay will step off, reset. Mazik the lefty, so the lefty-lefty matchup. First time in the ball game between these two. The first pitch, outside corner, called strike 1. First time the Eagles have seen Brody Blay this season. The 0-1 pitch to Mazik. Breaks over the corner. Almost hit Mazik. He holds off. And it breaks over and gets the inside strike call. 0-2 the count now to Mazik. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and Mazik sat down on 3 pitches for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up E.J. Davis, the senior second baseman. Davis 1 for 3 on the night. A single and a run scored. Flew out to right field and reached on a fielder's choice. Left stranded at second base. Back in the 4th inning. Steps in here with 1 out. First pitch in there for a called strike. 4-person umpire crew tonight preparing for the playoffs. So the Eagles and the Panthers beneficiaries of those preparations. This one misses low for ball 1. 1-1 the count to E.J. Davis. Landon Heil, the right fielder, on deck. The 1-1 pitch from Blay. Breaking pitch over the outside corner, called strike 2. Now all of a sudden the Eagle hitter's not swinging the bats. Against Blay, the left-hander, throwing lots of breaking pitches. The 1-2 pitch to E.J. Davis. And a ground ball out towards second. Eller over to field it, bobbles it, tries to get it up, and now he can't. He bobbled it again. Bobbled. And it's another error for the Panthers. So a 1-out base runner.
Next up, number 6.
Landon Heil steps in.
Heil.
As E.J. Davis reaches on the error by the second baseman, Eller. Third error of the ball game on the Panthers. So one out base runner. Davis leads off second, held on by Durkin. The first pitch to Heil, outside corner, called strike one. Landed 1 for 3 in the ball game. A 2 RBI single with 2 outs. Back in the fourth inning. Struck out in the first, grounded out to short in the third. The 0-1 pitch skips away and gets away. A wild pitch by Blay. And Davis will move up to second base. First wild pitch by Brody Blay. Moves the runner into scoring position. Second wild pitch of the night. For Panther pitching. 1-1 now. The count to Landon Heil. Not much the catcher Riley could do with that one as it hopped short of the plate. And it went off of Riley's equipment all the way over towards the third base dugout. The 1-1 pitch to Landon Heil. Ball hit into left field. It's a base hit. Here comes Davis around third, and he's going to be held as Williams came up with it. Cut off by Neuenschwander. So runners on the corners. What a nice hit there by Landon Heil, his second base hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up first baseman Reese Bell. Reese Bell steps in. 0 for 2 in the ball game. He was robbed on a line drive. Headed to left field. Would have been an RBI. But Neuenschwander went up and snagged the line drive. Beautiful Gold Star defensive play by Neuenschwander for Liberty Hill. Into the fourth for the Eagles. He steps in here now. Bell steps in with runners on the corners and 1 out. Takes the first pitch up and away for a ball, 1-0. Bell walked in the first, struck out swinging in the third, and then lined out in the fourth. Steps in here, 1 ball, no strikes. E.J. Davis on at third, Landon Heil on at first. Blade comes set in the stretch. The 1-0 pitch, outside corner called. Outside strike zone appears to be expanding here later in the ball game. That one appeared to be on the left-handed batter box line. 1-1 to count now to Reese Bell. The 1-1 pitch from Blay. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 to count. Logan Smith, the third baseman on deck for the Eagles. Reese Bell will pop this one over to right field. The right fielder, DeMars, ranges over, makes the catch. But that's going to be a sac fly that scores another run, the 7th of the ballgame for the Eagles. So gives Reese Bell the RBI sac fly. Heil stays put.
Now batting, number 5, Logan.
At first base, Logan Smith comes up here with 2 outs and a runner on first. First pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Logan Smith. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Reached on the fielder's choice. Flew out to center field and popped up to the shortstop in the 5th inning. Steps in here with a runner on first and 2 outs. Fouls this one off back towards the screen. 4 strike 1. The count evens up at 1-1. Blay from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch to Logan Smith. Ground ball out towards short. Neely on a hop. He'll throw to first and in time for out number 3. 6-3 on the putout. And the Eagles go down here in the bottom of the 6th, but not before. They pick up 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and a runner left on base. We go to the top of the 7th inning. 7-3. The Eagles lead it 3 outs away from qualifying for the playoffs. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment here on SHN. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Due up for the Panthers are the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Riley, Durkin, and Neuenschwander. Wade Denton on in relief here in the 7th inning. Logan Smith moves over to shortstop. The designated hitter, Leininger, goes to third base. Denton to the mound. Silva comes out. The first pitch to Riley. Misses for ball 1. Riley 0 for 2 in the ball game. The Panthers down to their last 3 outs to come back here in the ball game. This pitch in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count. A ground out to third, a walk, and a ground out to the pitcher. Carson Riley 0 for 2 in the ball game. Leads things off for the Panthers. The 1-1 pitch from Wade Denton. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Wade Denton committing to continue his baseball and academic careers at UT Tyler this week. Congrats to Wade Denton on his next move in his baseball career. Just misses. 2-2 now the count. Nice pitch there on the outside corner. Denton comes into the ball game with a 0.512 ERA. He's allowed 9 hits total in 27 1/3 innings. This one misses for ball 3. 3-2 the count now. In the 27 1/3 innings, Denton has struck out 28, walked 9, hit 2 batters, given up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. The payoff pitch to Riley, fouled off back to the screen. Stays alive in the at-bat. Three balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Foul ball. Riley chops at it. Fouls it off back to the screen. Stays alive. 3-2 the count. 93 pitches through 6 innings for Nick Silva. Masterful job on the mound for Nick Silva, spreading out the 9 hits by the Panther hitters. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Riley down for out number 1.
Next up, number
29th strikeout of the year for Wade Denton. And in steps Cash Durkin. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's been hit by a pitch 2 times, 1 in the first and 1 in the 5th, and flew out to the center fielder in the 3rd. First pitch just misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Denton comes set. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike 1. Beautiful pitch there by Wade Denton. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch from Denton. Just misses low for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Denton, the second highest innings pitched for the Eagle pitching staff. Jacob Haddon with 31 1/3 innings. And then Denton, this is his 11th appearance on the year. This pitch fouled off back towards the first base dugout. 2-2 now the count to Durkin. Denton has only started 1 game on the year. 11th appearance on the season. Got a 3-0 record. He's got 2 saves out of 2 save opportunities. Swing and a miss. Durkin chase for strike 3. For out number 2. And the Panthers down to their last out. 6th strikeout of the night by Eagle pitchers.
number 10.
And now here comes Cade Neuenschwander. He'll step in, 2 for 3 on the night. A single in the first, a single in the 5th. Grounded out to the shortstop, Denton, back in the 3rd inning. On a Gold Star play by Wade Denton. Steps in here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. First pitch just misses low for ball 1. Silva allowed 9 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 3 runs, so I apologize. Struck out 4, walked 1. This pitch just misses low for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Neuenschwander. 1 wild pitch, hit 2 batters. But what a job by Nick Silva on the mound for the Eagles tonight. The 2-0 pitch misses low, ball 3. 3-0 to Cade Neuenschwander. Colby Demars, the on-deck batter for the Panthers, should they get past this one. The 3-0 pitch, up and in, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk with 2 outs. has New Schwander aboard. First walk of the night for Denton. Only his 10th walk issued on the year. Colby DeMar steps in. He's 2 for 3 on the night. Struck out looking in the second, singled and scored a run in the fourth, and then singled back in the fifth inning. A pickoff attempt, and it gets past Bell into right field. Heil gets it in quickly, but Neuenschwander moves up to second base. First error of the ball game on the Eagles. And Coach Payne doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to take a quick timeout out of the dugout to visit with Denton in the infield for the Eagles. Quick timeout, back with the remainder of tonight's ball game, the Eagle baseball game, and we will not go anywhere. That was pretty quick and simple for Coach Payne. I think it was, hey, the runner does not matter. The batter is there, go get him. First error of the ball game for the Eagles on Denton on the pickoff attempt. So Neuenschwander, the runner, down at second base with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 7-3 your score. The Eagles lead by 4. A victory tonight solidifies a playoff trip for the Eagles. The first pitch to DeMars, low for ball 1. Trent Eller, the second baseman, on deck for the Panthers. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. A runner at second base. Panthers trail by 4, down to their last out. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. To Colby DeMars, the right fielder for the Panthers. Didn't come set. The 2-0 pitch in there, called strike 1. 2-1 the count now. To the right fielder, DeMars. Neuenschwander leads off second. Doesn't even look back. The 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Three and 1 the count. To DeMars. Eller on deck. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. The 3-1 pitch from Denton. In there. Called strike 2 on the corner. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner. And now the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 1 strike away from the victory. And having their ticket punched to the playoffs. Denton comes set. The payoff pitch. Strike 3, foul tipped into the glove of Mosick. And the Eagles are victorious. Denton strikes out the side. In relief to close it out, and the Eagles are victorious. 7-3 your score. Georgetown beats Liberty Hill. Quick timeout. We'll be back and wrap things up. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. We're here live with Coach Vieira. Coach, 1 out of 2 games, we had to have a win. We took care of business tonight. We want to get to the playoffs. That's the ultimate goal here.
Amen.
And what a win tonight. These boys performed.
Yeah, I mean, this goes back to our guys being gritty and gutsy again. We score early, play a little attack on baseball, then we give up the 2 spot, and then we respond again with another cricket number of our own. You got to get your hat off to Nick Silva. Nick Silva shoved it. He did an absolutely phenomenal job just attacking the strike zone. He passed the ball off the weight at the end there, and I mean, you can't ask for a better pitching and defensive outcome for our guys.
A couple of gold star defensive plays. You started off early in the ball game with a play from Andon Petty. You throw out Durkin at home plate. It sets the tone for this defense.
For sure.
And it seemed like from that point on, this defense knew, hey, this is our ball game.
For sure. I mean, you got Andon that comes up and he throws it and absolutely rolls it to home plate. But puts on a catch. Zach hangs in there, and then you got Wade Denton who ranges up and Jeter play. And makes a great play there to really shut them down and kill their momentum early. They feel like they got something going. Got 2 big defensive plays that end up killing their momentum, and then they return back with the offensive side.
If you look at Nick, he throws out 93 pitches, scatters 8 or 9 hits by the Liberty Hill, but never loses control. Seemed to be in total control tonight on the mound for Nick.
Yeah, I mean, he had command of his pitches. And when he's in the zone, he's really good, especially when he's down in the zone. So when he has all 3 working, you see what happens. He did a really good job, and then credit to him as well for not panicking when things started to go sideways a little bit. So, big win.
Friday night, we go to Cedar Park.
Amen.
Another big game to keep the momentum going into the playoffs.
For sure. That's the plan. See what happens, to see what shakes out between them and Rouse right now, and then go from there.
Thursday night, Coach's Show, Pokey Joe's Barbecue. Coach Vieira will join us. We'll be live. Join us here on SHN. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Wally. Appreciate you.
Zachary Mozik joins us here. Zach, what a ball game. First and foremost, defense tonight was unwavering. Talk me through that play. Andon Petty, the gold star play, scoops that ball up in shallow center field, throws Durkin out at home. You stay in there, grab the ball, lay the tag on. What does that do momentum-wise for you guys?
Oh, it's a huge momentum switch. I'm used to Andon making those plays. I was expecting to make those plays. It's a routine play for him.
Tonight, Nick Silva seemed to have his stuff on the mound.
Yeah, he did.
He spreads out 8 or 9 hits, but never gets flustered, stays in command. How big is that for you guys to turn it around on the offensive side to carry your pitcher?
We've been having trouble lately getting runs on the board for our pitchers, and that's a big thing to us. That's like big momentum-like thing. And Silva just pitched his ass off and threw it in. Like, we just had to put some runs on the board today.
Something different we saw tonight for you in the lineup. You led things off, and you start off bottom of the first, a base hit, your second at bat, a double. Total different look to what we're used to seeing in the lineup for you to be leading off. You come out and perform like crazy. How does that make you feel as that senior leader?
Well, it feels good.
Uh-oh, and the bell from Reese Bell.
It feels good. Last year I was leadoff, so it's like a routine thing that I used to do. Pushed it up. I felt comfortable. Saw pitches real well, and just made some switches.
We know we make the playoffs. Now Friday night, Cedar Park at their house to close out the season. What does that look like for you guys?
We have to prepare well like we usually do. Haddon's going to go out there and show it, and we're going to put some runs on the board.
Congrats, Zach. What a great game tonight. Enjoy the win. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back to close things out. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN. now back up here in the booth, trying to catch my breath, but what a game. The Eagles come into it knowing they've got to win one of two, and against two very formidable opponents in Liberty Hill and Cedar Park. And the Eagles take care of business over the Liberty Hill Panthers tonight, 7-3. Good talk there with Coach Vieira and Zachary Mozick. But what a job tonight for the senior catcher. Steps up and faces a new thing for this season. Leads it off. Started things early, but the top of the first inning, what a play there. Andon Petty throws out Durkin at home plate. It just set that momentum, and the offense continued to carry for your Eagles. They get the win. They improved to 21-6 overall, 9-4 in district play, and now we'll watch to see Rouse and Cedar Park. They play tonight. We'll see what they have going on to see if we can pull that up to see where we stand with that. If that game has ended. Sorry to be breathing hard. I ran down to the field and back up here. It's a little easier when I got my buddy Kelly DeVault with me. Kelly will be back Friday night for the call at Cedar Park High School. So we'll see here. It looks like that game is still going on. The Rouse Raiders and Cedar Park. So now you have it sitting currently 9-3 at the top between Rouse and Cedar Park. Liberty Hill and Georgetown at 9-4 sit there tied in second place. So Leander is officially eliminated from the playoff picture. Leander, Glenn, and Marble Falls and the Eastview Patriots all eliminated from the playoff contention this year. So it'll be the Rouse Raiders, the Cedar Park Timberwolves, the Liberty Hill Panthers, and your Georgetown Eagles going on to represent 25-5A in the playoffs. Thursday night, Pokey Joe's Barbecue live here in Georgetown, Texas. We'll have the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show. Coach Vieira and a couple of the Eagle players will be on board. We'll have the Coaches Show Thursday night, and then Friday night, live from Cedar Park High School, we'll have the call of the baseball game between your Eagles and the Cedar Park Timberwolves. 6:45, Coaches Show on Thursday night, and then Friday night, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock first pitch from Cedar Park High School. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Eagles victorious 7-3 over the Liberty Hill Panthers and move into playoff contention. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night. We'll see you Thursday night live from Pokey Joe's. Remember, it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. Have a good night, everyone.